welcome back to the channel. My name is Marcello. It has been quite some time since I created an audio-related product review on my personal YouTube channel. For those of you wondering where I have been creating content on the Source AV Designs YouTube channel for 3 years this October. It is crazy how fast time flies. So if you want to see some of the content I have been creating or will continue to create, please give our TSAV channel a follow. I will link it in the video description. You will continue to see audio-related content on this channel along with the professional photography and video production work I create for my clients, which spans a diverse mix of subjects. So I hope you enjoy this video and future videos on this channel. Today we will look at the Abyss Diana TC Premium audiophile headphones sent over by my good friends Mike and Jack at Woo Audio. We don't carry Abyss headphones at TSAV, so it makes sense for me to create some content on audio or technology products that interest me on my channel that we don't carry at TSAV. I will discuss the Diana TC headphones from a build quality, look and feel, and of course sound perspective when paired with a few different amplifiers and Dacs, such as the Woo Audio WA22, Chord Electronics TT2, and the Ferrum Audio Ergo headphone amplifier and DAC. So let's briefly discuss some of the headphones, tech specs, and then I will get into my thoughts on the build, look, and feel. According to the manufacturer, the Diana TC has a frequency response of 5 Hz to 50 kHz, an impedance of 69 ohms, and a sensitivity of 90 dB per milliwatt. The drivers are 63mm TC planar drivers with ultra-low mass diaphragms. The headphones are made by CNC Machine for all aluminum frame components using stainless steel hardware, aircraft grade aluminum, European leather for some of the headband with Alcantara padding, and vegan cactus leather on the headband's underside. The headphones finish is what Abyss calls a high-tech durable ceramic polymer finish with numerous custom color choices not found in other flagship level headphones. The open back headphones use a Fibonacci hole pattern enhanced for the new TC driver, which according to Abyss helps to tune the sound properly and looks pretty cool. The headband magnetically adjusts and has a highly flexible and durable feel. The headphones are made in the USA and include a canvas carry case with leather accents and a 5-foot JPS Labs cable with a choice of 3.5mm 4-pin XLR or 4.4mm balanced connection. Longer cables are also available. The Diana TC uses the latest generation Diana ear pads made in-house by Abyss with soft foam, lambskin leather, or vegan ultra suede, depending on your preference. The headphones are very comfortable, especially with a new padded design. The clamping force is also excellent, and I have zero complaints from a fit and finish perspective. The build quality of the headphones is top-notch. They feel like they are built to last and will stand up to daily use for a long time. While the Diana TC is less demanding from a power and current standpoint than other headphones in the Abyss lineup, they still require a decently powered headphone amplifier with good current delivery to optimize the headphone sound and performance. Please don't plan on plugging the headphones into your laptop or phone. Still, for the price of $4,495, I imagine most people interested in these headphones are either willing to invest in a proper quality amp or already have one ready to go. The Woo Audio WA22, Chord Hugo TT2, and Ferrum Ergo delivered the power and current to allow the Diana TC to sing. However, just because an amp is up to the task doesn't mean it will be a synergistic pairing from a sound perspective for everyone's preferences. More on that point in a moment. This leads us to my sound impressions of the headphones. They sound highly detailed, extremely transparent, fast, dynamic, and quite spacious. I think they also fit a more linear, neutral sound signature which many listeners will love. However, because the headphones are so transparent, you can shape their sound by choosing a synergistic amplifier pairing. For instance, I personally, for my preferences, would not pair the Chord TT2, especially on filter 1 or 2 with the Diana TC. A bit more enjoyable when on filter 3 or 4, but still, I think the TT2 creates too much of a good thing situation with the Diana TC, already sounding so detailed and spacious in their profile. For my preferences, my favorite pairing is the Woo Audio WA22, fed by the Ferrum Ergo as the DAC via the balanced XLR outputs and WA22 inputs. This pairing allows the detail and definition of instruments to be delivered more naturally and emotionally than the more analytical sounding TT2. The WA22 also helps to smooth out the Diana TC's treble and upper frequencies. When combined with the WA22's impactful and deep bass, you have a very special sounding combination. In addition, the spacious soundstage of the Diana TC is amplified in all the right ways by the WA22, allowing notes to hang a bit longer with a more natural sounding decay that is quite addictive once you start listening. The layering of this combo is also quite unique. Every instrument has a place and space it occupies, separate from the vocalists and other instruments on a track. Vocals never sound edgy, harsh, or too forward. They sound natural and lifelike. The overall balance from the lowest bass notes to the highest treble peaks sounds balanced, yet still able to evoke emotion while never sounding sterile or overly analytical when paired with the WA22. For my preferences, the Diana TC is a superb candidate for tube amplification as long as the proper tube amp and tube complement are selected for your preferences. With the solid-state Ferrum Airco headphone amplifier in DAC, the soundstage doesn't expand as far outside of the headphones as it does with the WA22, and the notes don't have the same delicious decay. Again, I feel like the Diana TC is just exceptional off of tubes for my preferences. Of course, your preferences may differ. The soundstage is still very impressive, don't get me wrong, and the Airco and Diana TC are a highly enjoyable pairing for my preferences. However, I would want to use some tone control or EQ to pull down the treble and upper mid-range a touch. The realism and in-room feel the headphones and the Ferrum Airco create are spectacular. As far as bass goes, the headphones present what the music provides, not embellishing or coloring the sound, but digging deep down when asked to, but only when asked to. These are not bass head headphones for those who love heavy bass hitting subwoofer type of bass. However, the speed and quality of the bass are exceptional. The mid-range has a bit too much upper mid-range, lower treble energy for my preferences when paired with the two solid-state amplifiers I listen to the headphones with. It's not an issue when paired with a Woo WA22 tube amp, but it's more noticeable from the solid-state amplifiers. This upper mid-range and lower treble energy can make vocals a bit too edgy and forward for my preferences when paired with the solid-state amplifiers. However, when paired with the WA22, vocals sound delicious. In some ways, this is very similar to my flagship headphones, the Yamaha YH5000 SE. They also have a bit more treble energy than I prefer when paired with most neutral sounding amplifiers and Dacs, or even more so with analytical amplifiers and Dacs. However, when paired with a warmer leaning tube amplifier or solid state headphone amplifier, the synergy is quite exceptional. So before we wrap up, let's compare the two headphones, which are around the same price. Listening to the Yamahas with the perforated leather pads, the first thing I notice is the bass regions, which sounds slower and not nearly as tight sounding as the Diana TC. The Yamahas have some rumble when they hit, whereas the Diana TC sounds tight, fast, and highly defined. There's definitely a lift above neutral in the mid-bass from the Yamaha headphones, creating a more colorful sound for vocals and instruments, albeit less accurate sounding than the Diana TC. However, some are looking for ultimate accuracy, while others prefer a bit more color. Both headphones sound spacious, wide, and open. However, I would give the edge to the Diana TC as their cleaner sounding mid-range and bass help create a slightly more spacious sound. Both headphones have plenty of treble energy, but some users find the Yamaha treble a bit peaky sounding, especially when listening with the leather pads and when paired with analytical or very neutral sounding amplifiers. Both headphones draw your attention to cymbals, allowing them to stand out clearly. However, the YH5000 SE sounds a bit more boosted in the upper frequencies, which works well with tube amps that smooth those frequencies. Both headphones are highly enjoyable to listen to, and it was fun to compare them. Which set is best for you is up to you to decide. No one on YouTube or the internet should ever influence your decision to purchase a set of headphones this expensive without first listening to them with music you are familiar with and the rest of the gear you plan on using them with. If I could only choose one set of headphones between the two from a pure music listening perspective and not reviewing gear or searching for pure neutrality, it would be a tough choice as both headphones are fabulous. Still, I would likely stick with my Yamaha YH5000 SE headphones even with some other imperfections. However, listeners who prefer a more neutral, linear sound will undoubtedly gravitate towards the Diana TC, which I totally respect. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to creating more audio related content on the channel along with some of my professional photo and video client work. Stay tuned and consider showing your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. A big thanks to Mike and Jack from Woo Audio for sending me the Diana TC headphones. What a spectacular pairing with your WA22 headphone tube amplifier. If you want to learn more about the headphones discussed in this video or any other companion gear I mentioned, check out the links in the video description. Until next time, friends, stay cool, stay humble, and live your best life.